Well, you know what?
Well,
in that case,
you may not feel that much when he gets ready to play this
I'm about to
piece.
sing to you, Lisa.
See, I knew it.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
This is wrong.
That's right.
With no bass.
Getting to like you, getting to hope you like me.
This is terrible.
Haven't you noticed? Suddenly we're all bright and breezy because of all the wonderful and new things we're learning about you day by day. Lisa Peacock! Peacock Foundation!
You did all right. You did okay.
Go with your musical references. I love it. That's fabulous. Taking it back to Oliver Twist. Liking it. I'm digging that.
With no guitar lead.
Digging that.
Well, thank you, Lisa.
Yeah.
I did the best. You know, it's hard up here.
It's all right, man. You feel good.
Well,
though.
as you can see, too, Lisa, you got your monitor, so you get to see my visual aids.
I know, as an ADD person, I feel kind of overwhelmed from time to time. So if you see me like freak out for a second, it's just because there's like stuff moving all the time and...
You know, I was trying to give, feedback because, since it was Vic and I running everything, the theoretical is that you could be in any position of the room and sort of run the system.
Can I lay down? Because this is
Oh, girl.
Ooh.
Anyway, everybody take a look at our guest. Welcome Lisa Peacock once again, the Peacock Foundation. It's so amazing. Vic, you got to tell the story how Lisa came to be here because these kinds of things... She made it too.
Yes, she did. Mm-hmm. Look, I have to give props to April, who likes to stay invisible when she's in the studio. But we have a relationship now.
Another one of the invisible enigma women.
So I've learned sign language from April. Ooh. I learned by being on this show that you can communicate with people without talking. Now, Mario, this may help you a lot.
Okay.
So when you think about it, y'all didn't catch that one.
I like to communicate without talking.
Y'all didn't catch that one.
I've been working on that.
Yeah, April. See, my segments never go smooth. You see, this is why I don't want to introduce anything. See, he always, notice he gets his moments, and then when I get ready to talk, he likes to do the puns.
It's hard.
So, April, I'm just going to say thank you if it wasn't for her and her sign language. You give me some dap on that.
Just
April.
We didn't even see it.
No, really. Celebrating people who make it happen. A lot of them are behind the scenes. We love them because they are, again, part of the fabric of what we do, trying to introduce the world to new things and things that are about good causes. So we got to, anonymous as you are, we celebrate you.
Yeah.
You're throwing that under the bus with me as well.
They're in here, the silent supporters.
Oh, wait a minute.
And she spoke to throw somebody else under the bus.
Oh, wait a minute.
I love it.
They want the screen. We have somebody saying, what happened to the screen?
What screen?
You have to say.
You want to come over here?
See?
The scream.
Those are my favorite.
If I'm getting thrown under the bus,
You wanted the scream. You want the girl scream. What, dude, you're late. Oh, that's wrong.
no, that's an stop.
See, this is wrong. See, now I'm gonna tell everybody. If you guys are not used to our show, yes, we do laugh and everything, but it's a serious moment when we calm down. The coffee's getting in the way. We're a little bit relaxed, but this is a very important mission and message. So, Mario, now that you cleansed yourself, I feel better. DAP went everywhere to everybody. I'm ready now to make it a focus point. Are you ready for it?
Sure I am.
Okay.
Take a look, you guys. When I was first exposed to this again by Victor through April, and when, on the surface alone, you kind of start to respond. People know that I'm an animal lover.
Yeah.
And one who's been actually affected my life by the animals. Soothing to me when you have these type A personalities. So many of us. The animals that are in our life, we don't even like to call them pets because we find that to almost be an insulting term sometimes because of how they affected you. So some of you know I had cats and dogs, and recently cats. 17 years, Casey, and her brother was 14 years. But just the therapy that they provided for me coming in, especially when you work hard and doing what you do. So often the love that's there for you that calms and makes your day is to animals. People live longer when they have animals. So I know about this personally. So then to read about the Peacock Foundation, where Lisa's whole thing is to provide animal-assisted interventions, animal-assisted activities for at-risk youth. Just saying that, I said, what no matter people who are struggling, who are going through problems and dealing with issues, animals provide such a source of comfort. It seemed like such a natural to me. So on the surface, Lisa, I was affected by what I read. So I said, "Oh wow, that is really cool." So everybody, again, Lisa Peacock, the Peacock Foundation.
Love it. Now she gets to do all the talking, and you have to listen.
Yeah, well, I wanted to tell us about how this came about. We've got some pictures here we can show you too. But Lisa, tell us about how you got started and what drove you to do the Peacock Foundation.
Well, I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow.
A state away in the nice warmth that we've all been experiencing over the past few weeks here in Los Angeles.
Too hot, you guys.
Oh my
Too
gosh.
damn hot.
Now, and it's hotter there, so and grew up there, and had a pretty good life. Couple of things kind of stopped at everything from moving for a little while. When I was 9, my dad was killed in a plane crash.
Wow.
And so I didn't really know what to do with that information. Most 9-year-olds don't even really have a concept of what death is. Like, they just aren't at a time where their brains are accepting the fact that people can just stop living and they're never going to come back and they're not going to be a part of your life. And so as a 9-year-old, I was just kind of trying to move forward, and all the adults around me were totally thrown for a loop, and that scared me more than anything, was watching all of the other people around me just break down. The people who I went to for strength, like my mom and my family, they were just in turmoil, and they couldn't help you. Yeah, they couldn't get it through it themselves, let alone help me. And so at that time was the time that I really turned to animals, because they were just there, and I could talk to them and they wouldn't talk back, but they weren't crying all the time, and they weren't upset. They were just happy to see me. And so I'd go when everything got bad, and I'd be with my dog or my rabbits. Shortly after my dad died, we actually got horses. And so I could just go and be around something living that was compassionate, that would let me hug it, that would show a connection with me, but would be able to handle that I was upset too, that I didn't know what to do with everything that was going on. And so the animals got me through that, and went on and went through high school and got accepted to Arizona State University and started school. And at the end of my freshman year, my mom was killed in a car accident.
Wow.
So again, I was just kind of thrown as to, how could this happen again? And why would this happen again? And it just kind of tested every belief that I had. And at the time, I was living in a dorm, so I couldn't really have any animals. And so 6 months later, I started working at the zoo. Talk about some animals.
Now let me ask you, the animals that you had earlier, what were they?
We had 3 horses, a miniature horse, a miniature goat,
wow,
a dog, 2 cats, fish, rabbits, anything I found outside.
Now, did you know, too, that when you went to join the zoo, did you do that specifically as a therapeutic effort on your part?
Not at all.
It just happened?
Not at all. It just happened. I was always drawn and attracted to animals, and we went and did a program there, and they asked me if I'd ever want to apply.
Well, that's all right.
And
Thank you, Blog Talk.
bye.
That's what happens. It's free. Then you got to pay from. Anyway, go on.
Bye. And no, I had no idea. I knew that I liked being around animals. I knew that I liked working with kids, and the job that I took was in their education department at the Phoenix Zoo, and I loved it. I worked there for about 3 years, from my sophomore year through my senior year. And
now, what was your major? What was your course of study? I'm sorry, I'm so nosy, you guys.
No, it's good. No. It makes no sense whatsoever. My my undergrad degree is theater education.
Well, it may. Okay, I could. Interesting.
I know it's
but you
weird.
can use that.
Like,
it was based on what you ended up doing.
Yes.
See, now, because I believe in karma, the universe guides us sometimes, at least urges us, kind of gives a little push toward a certain thing. And so here you go and you get theater arts, and then you end up doing animal-assisted interventions activity.
Yeah.
I can see how that's related. Too. Plus, you kind of, no offense, you're not a wimpy girl, right? You kind of seem like I mean, to do animals, you know, you have to be willing to get your hands dirty and do stuff.
I was always kind of a tomboy. I loved climbing and, you know, getting dirty and playing around, and that also made me really happy with kids because they're the same way. They just want to go play. They want to get dirty. They want to run. They want to experience new things, and so it just kind of made sense for me. It fit really well.
So what were you thinking? I'm going to come back. So what were you thinking when you went to Arizona State, when you chose that major? What were you thinking that your future might be?
Originally, I grew up dancing. I was a dancer, and so I was looking
thickens.
I was looking at going into musical theater. That was where I was heading. And then when my mom got healed, I was like, well, shoot, I should probably have something more stable than a theater degree, so that I can, you know, take care of myself. And I loved kids and working with youth, and so I just thought, well, I can take all the theater and still do all the performance, but if I add in education, then I can be a teacher, and that works out really well.
You didn't see yourself at all yet as an entrepreneur either.
No, not at all.
That's so interesting. All right, so tell us what happened after you went to work at the zoo.
So I went to work at the zoo, and I loved it there. It was absolutely amazing to get to work with all the different exotic species and showing them to kids. And what I was starting to put together in my head, but didn't realize until I moved to Los Angeles after I graduated from Arizona State, because all the memories in Phoenix, while they were so nice, they were also very heavy. Because my mom was everywhere, and my dad was everywhere, and I needed a place where I could start fresh, where it wasn't about all those memories that kind of bring you down until you've healed and they become good things to have. They weren't happy yet for me, and so came over and moved to Los Angeles and got a job here at the Los Angeles Zoo. And that's where I started to put together. I'd watch the kids as we were interacting with the animals, because we'd get to do one-on-one, and I'd listen to what they had to say. And it was interesting that they were already telling me pretty intimate details of their lives, even though I wasn't asking. They'd talk to me about, you know, fights that they got in at home in relation to the animals. And they'd talk to me about how, you know, if you talked about a solitary animal, how they like or don't like to be alone, and if they are alone all the time, or if their parents don't have time for them. And it was really overwhelming when I didn't know what to do with it, because it's all this information and you hear they're crying out for help, but you can't do anything about it. And that was when I put together that the animals were just a huge doorway to be able to connect with these kids in a way that they wanted, that they were actually seeking out the help through the animals. Whereas if you just went to them and tried to start talking about things that were going on in their life, they would shut down, because people had always hurt them and people weren't consistent or there for them, or, you know, they'd say one thing and do another, or they were bullied at school, or people just didn't have a positive framework. They just didn't trust. But
Lisa, so you stumbled into this as a young person.
Oh, completely. I was 23.
Into a life experience that here now is affecting you.
Oh,
other
completely.
folks, because you weren't. This is so funny to me sometimes. You weren't there to try to save the world or do anything. You just tried to work the little jobs.
No, I.
And then here you go. You get affected, and then that makes you think of these other things. Did you tell us how did you come to be in LA in the first place again?
When I graduated from Arizona State, I had a number of different jobs offered, including Cleveland, at the Cleveland Science Stage
Hear
Theater.
that, Norman? Hear that, Norman?
Go Cleveland! Come on, shout out for Cleveland. And I wanted to find some place to call home. I didn't want to go that far away, and I don't do snow really that well.
So you just chose it, Lisa? And how old are you then?
I graduated and I was 22 years old, and 2 weeks after graduation, I was living out here.
See, okay, you guys. See, that's
So
why I
she's
call
23
guts.
right now? You're 23.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
All right.
just a
That's
year.
what- make sure.
That's why I
Yeah.
call guts. Okay, when young folks, okay, I'm always amazed what empowers people, especially at these young ages, to take off and be willing to leave their home in search of whatever their life's journey is.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, when you talk to people who later become things, they seem to have this common thing about willingness to take risks. That they take risks, they go do things. Other people, you can't get them to leave. They won't move out of the house till they're 35. And then the other folks, 22, take off out and go. Did you have any friends or family here when you came
I
in?
knew 2 people out here who said that I could stay with them while I looked for an apartment, and that was it.
Wow.
That was it.
So take us to. So here we are. You're at the working, and you got the kids. You're figuring out this idea. Now what happens?
Usually when I decide to do something, I don't necessarily. Well, I've changed a little bit now, but when I was 22, when I decided to do something, I just did it. I didn't really think about, let's make a plan and let's decide the best way to do this.
You didn't do a business plan.
And let's try and find people who can help me, and No. So I immediately am just like, this is what I'm doing. So I looked up colleges that had a master's program because I knew I needed to get my degree in counseling, and that's a master's degree to be able to. I didn't want to just go and with a big heart try and help these kids because that's not going to help them.
You wanted it to be practical.
Yeah, I needed the skills to be able to
Right.
do that and to be able to take care of them in a way that the average volunteer, even though they have the biggest heart ever,
Right.
is not going to be able to. I wanted to be able to give that to these kids, and so I was like, okay, well, I got to go back to school and get a master's in counseling. I got to become a counselor so that I know how to help them.
Wow.
And so I did that, and at the same time, I was like, I got to start a nonprofit. So I looked up on the internet how to start a nonprofit, and just
See what I'm saying, you guys?
There you
Like
go.
she says it like it's nothing too. But yeah, I just looked up on the internet. I tell people to look up stuff on the internet. What's the internet?
it was fabulous, and I give a big shout out to the big God because I think he kind of probably put everything out there for me.
Well, that's what that's part of what I was saying to people. It's funny, you look at people, opportunities present themselves, and then there are folks who take advantage of it and find themselves. Stumbling blocks become stepping stones.
Completely.
Death, a major shock to you. But every time that you seem to have been confronted with a stumbling stone, stumbling block, you seem to have elevated yourself. Every single time it hits you, you take it up to somewhere. So hence, you arrive at the Peacock Foundation. Wow.
Yep.
How old are you now?
You're not supposed to ask that
I am
question.
that's right.
34 now. I'm proud of it.
Well,
I have earned
you look
every day.
you
23.
you get carded.
I do.
She does. She knows she loves it too.
Well,
She
the
loves
reason,
it.
no, because they scare you when they're too mature at a certain age. That's when they scare us old dudes, Say, damn, she's that
Yeah,
bad?
I don't know. Mark's
you
speaking for
can't-
himself.
I'm just saying, she's already very accomplished. And I love the fact. So take us on the journey now from you starting the nonprofit. Take us on the journey of the Lisa Peacock life story.
Well, I was very lucky that I had started working at the LA Zoo, but I had also worked at a children's play facility in Sherman Oaks, and I met some amazing people there who were willing to kind of help me find what I needed. You need a lawyer to at least go over your paperwork to send into the IRS to get your 501c3 status, which is your nonprofit status. And so I had people just stepping up to help me in a really real way, which was great. And again, the internet was fantastic because you go online and you're like, I need bylaws. So you just get some and you make them your own. And, I need a business plan. You go get one and make your own. And later on, you realize that you should really start from scratch and, get that done. But in the beginning, when all you have is passion, you just want to get started. That's what you do. So we got our status within a year of when I looked up how to start a nonprofit. We got our 501c3 status, and we planned for our first kind of opening. It was supposed to be a fundraising event, but it was more like a, hey, we're here now event for me to get everybody together and say that we were going to be starting. And 2003, summer of 2003, we did an event in July and then started programs at South Central Park and Rec.
Wow. Wow. Wait a minute.
Yep.
You know, you are a trip.
Can you give? Okay.
I have to say this. There's no other way to say it.
Oh, yeah.
Go on,
okay, I want to
Lisa.
say like 51st
Jeez.
and Vernon.
Jeez, Lisa, you know.
Am I good? That was
you're
like
good.
10
I
years
carry
ago.
a gun, right?
That was good.
Yeah, you know what? We have a saying in here.
Come on.
We have a saying in here. You know, you big
Lord,
pimpin'.
Lord.
You big pimpin'.
So, yeah, I started programs
Props
there.
to you, my girl. My
with,
sister gone.
With a chinchilla.
And a chinchilla.
And an 8-foot
You down in
python.
South Central with a chinchilla and a python.
Chinchilla, a python, and a dog. And
a
we
dog.
show up. We're like, hi.
Yeah, they said, who is this white girl?
Yeah, that's pretty much. That is
You must
pretty
be
much
one
what
of
was
the
being said.
pioneers.
I'm talking balling.
Damn,
Man,
but that's
off the
cool
chain.
though. But see that, and we celebrate you for having the kindness and caring and heart enough to even, like I said, obviously Lisa wasn't letting
No.
the societal conventions get in her way
No.
at all.
No.
Heck no, they were the ones who were like, yeah, we would totally love for you to bring some animals out, and you know.
They liked you, they loved it, huh?
Oh yeah, they were like, and it's free. Let's go. Can you come every day? What time?
Because you know, people don't really get those kinds of services, and it's
No.
amazing how much the community does embrace people and with that love. It's a funny thing when you do service too, isn't it, Lisa?
Oh.
How it affects oneself. I
was
found that out
amazing.
too. When you do service, it's amazing. It's going to remind you what life is all about. Makes all of our problems seem so small. Look at this. And by the way, you got your MS in counseling.
I did, and I
Cal
just
State
got
Long Beach.
licensed as a marriage and family therapist. So I am now a completely licensed marriage and family therapist.
Okay, everybody, give it up.
I gotta give it
Give it
up.
up.
All day.
Yeah.
All day.
Just give it up for the paper.
So
I know.
I just gotta.
Gotta get that paper.
I just want to, I gotta ask the questions that's not on the paper. So how many marriage proposals have you turned down?
None.
See, I like when they
Most
lie.
men are
They
probably
just-
intimidated to a little degree. You need
None-
the right man.
I've only actually seriously dated one guy.
You don't have time.
For
You don't have time.
the first few years, I definitely
right.
was not even like head was down. I was working on everything, and I was unavailable. I like to say I was definitely focused on the kids and the programs, and working. You guys know, working 15-hour
yeah.
days, and
We need a remedy.
But I also, people
I'm
like this,
serious.
but the truth is though, in a quiet moment, even I say this, when you stop and consider, people like this, we know that the universe out there has something in store for them special.
Oh,
It
yeah.
certainly hasn't been written.
so.
When you sit and think about it, you say, there's something coming. You just need someone again worthy to take that journey with you, because this
Yeah.
is a wonderful journey. So wonderful. And take a look, you guys, at the pictures here. I want you to see some of the examples. I got some of the pictures up here, and they are wonderful. Tell us about this, Lisa. Look at that. You got the bunny petting.
yes. So we do some community events every once in a while where we just want to go out and connect with different communities. And so we went out to Balboa Park in Sherman Oaks, and we took our animals with us, and we took some students from Moore Park College, which has an exotic animal training and management program. We love them.
Yeah.
And so they
Wow.
came out to get some experience working with kids and showing the animals, and that was fantastic. And then this is a big new thing this year.
congratulations.
Dodgers, come on.
Yeah, got to give it up.
Yeah.
Don't give the
Kelly-
scream.
Here comes the screen. Thank you, girls.
This is awesome. So it's really great to see people who have some sort of social position, like, sports. Everyone
Right.
watches sports. Most people know them. And so when you see them using that popularity and that position to better the community and the world at large is just amazing to me. And Clayton Kershaw and his wife Ellen are absolutely amazing. They wrote a book together called Arise, and I actually hooked up with them because their editor knows me. And so their project, as you can see in that top picture next to Kershaw's Challenge, their project is in Zambia, Africa. They're building an orphanage for this one little girl that they went out there and they met, because their heart is just to better the world at large. And so they started doing that last year, and then they decided they wanted to do something here in Los Angeles since Clayton played with the Dodgers. They really wanted to invest in this as their home. Now, they're both from Texas. They're
Wow.
not from here, but they wanted to invest here because this is where they call home right now. And so their editor hooked them up with me because they love animals. And they just see the benefit of it. And again, you know, are really invested in the next generation. And so we just hit it off. And so they are actually going to donate a percentage of all the money that they fundraised this year to the Peacock Foundation.
Wow.
And so we are their California connection.
Great
We're
picture
very
here.
excited.
That is.
Man, look at the energy, the
Isn't that
vibe
great?
is so cool in there, and this even here, all this wonderful and inspiring.
Now,
Yeah.
and let me just say this because I have to throw this in here. This moment when you look at the picture of Clayton, you don't realize, you know, how good of a pitcher he is for the Dodgers. He just, I mean, you look at this, you would never tell that he's one of the top pitchers in the
Yeah.
Major League Baseball.
Cy Young
So the part
Award.
I love about it, he's a young man.
Oh, yes.
So you're talking about somebody who has a spirit and a conscience towards something that
Grounded.
obviously
Yeah.
very
Very.
grounded, mission way above and beyond as it relates to the children.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So
them once briefly, and they were you would think that she lived next door to you, and she was
Yeah.
offering you a cup of sugar. I
Wow.
mean, they are so incredibly
Down to earth.
not
Wow.
superstars,
Right.
just really nice people.
See, that's what we
They're
love.
happy to participate, and they're excited that you came to see
Oh my gosh,
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It's getting to know people. It really
Yeah.
is when you get
It-
to know them.
it really is, and it's really nice to see like you said, such young people
Yes.
stepping up and saying, come on, we can use this celebrity and this gift that we were given from God. They're very strong Christians, and
Yeah.
so they're like, this was a gift and everybody gets them. He's like, mine was that I can play baseball.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. It was just what I wasn't able to do. And he's like, somebody around the corner can do stuff that I can't do.
Wow. Wow.
Like, he's like work on a car. I was like, all right, that's great.
Well, you know what? Hey, just to keep it going, Mac Portal's in Washington. Obviously, he says, Lisa, you got beauty and guts. So that's, you know,
Thanks, Matt.
big time. You
Hey,
see?
Yeah, it's hard
I'm gonna
not to
leave here
admire
and
you.
I am gonna be like a peacock. I'm gonna be all prideful and like, that's right, I'm the shit.
Well, you know, and you deserve
bad.
it. If you deserve it, it's, you know, and it is hard. You know, those who are committed, we meet them all the time, right? We talk about it. Sometimes it's hard to sing your own song, even though as part of promoting and branding,
I know.
you end up having to do it. So you tend to feel uncomfortable at first. But you are a song worth singing, though, Lisa. So that's that. You deserve it. So you got this event.
Yes. It's not really my event now because April and Annette have taken it and made it like this entity all on its own. And, you know, 8 years ago when we started our wine tasting event at CBS Radford, I know 8 years ago, it was tiny and it was nothing like it is now. And then to have people step up and say, you know what, let me do that for you. Let me take care of that. I would really like to do that for you. I see where it can grow, and you're busy doing all the programs and actually working with the kids and the animals, and let me do that for you. And that, I have to say, is one of the most humbling things, is that someone would want to help me. Like, that it's not just, oh, this was a really nice idea from my heart and it makes me feel better, but that other people are like, no, this is a really good idea. Like, let me help you do this. And that takes it to a whole nother level. That just makes it not mine anymore, which is really what I wanted to see. I wanted to see it become a community organization where the community stepped up and said, this is an important part of who we are and where we're going. And so, you know, what can we do to make sure that it continues and grows? And April and Annette did that this year. They cornered me and said, so hey, you remember how the past 5 years we've been telling you that there are some things we'd like to change, and you don't listen?
It's already.
Remember that?
They grabbed the bull by
Do you
the
remember
horns. That's cold.
Great, so we're gonna meet tomorrow, and I was like, oh, okay, that's me. Yeah, let's meet. That sounds good. Let's meet. All right, that's cool. And I'm going in just thinking they're gonna rail me on, like, you should do this and you should do this and this wasn't good and you should really listen and I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, okay. and I get there and they're like, okay, so we want to help you with this, and we're gonna add this and this, and we're gonna get you on radio shows. I mean, really? Televised radio. Okay, all right. That's no idea how that happened, but I'm just gonna go with it. And I have been utterly humbled at what happens when you get someone who just kind of goes, we need you to go over here, and we're going to take care of this, and we'll tell you how it goes, and where you need to be, and what needs to happen, and it's just exactly what needed to happen to the event, and it brought new blood into it, and it brought in a new character, and I'm really excited to attend because I don't know half of what's going to happen, and that's a really nice feeling to know that you're not in it alone.
Why are they laughing at you?
Because that's exactly how it went, and I called myself out.
It's wonderful. Take a look, you guys. The Spread the News tasting event, Saturday, October 13th, 2012, 4 to 7 p.m. CBS Studio Center backlot.
Yes.
New York Street, that's 4024 Radford Ave, Studio City. Live music, silent auction, raffles, food, beer, wine, and spirit tasting. Wow.
Yeah,
and they got a ticket purchasing page. You can click the... April told me a whole bunch of stuff about the ticket purchasing page, but I can't remember.
Not to toot my own horn,
but it was really good.
It's not my event anymore. It's like
The
company's event, and I can literally say, like, I didn't really do much. I get to show up, yay!
You're part of the spirit, though.
But it's amazing. Like, I show up and I'm having more fun than I think half the people who come to support, because I'm like, oh my gosh, did you see that? And did you see that? And if you notice pictures, we do bring some of the animals that we use in programs. We really want people to connect to that part of our work as well. Okay. That animals are an integral part of everything that we do, and so they're present at the event, which is a lot of fun. And our mascot dog, who's present on, you can find him on the internet. He runs around in his tie,
okay,
with no leash on. And
wow.
I swear, more people know him than me. And he has gotten more proposals than...
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Okay.
Well, when we syndicate the videos from today, I'm going to make sure that I include in the video syndication the links to both...
Fantastic.
This is your site, and also awesome. Links that they can click to the purchase.
And a promo code.
Ah.
And we'll include the promo
code. April is reminding me, and I'm going to make her come and say the promo code.
Okay, can I write? I'm going to try to write the promo
I'm trying,
code down.
Everyone, I'm trying. She's one of the most beautiful people, and she won't. And I'm worried that she'll quit if I actually make her do it.
She threatened that.
And I can't do that.
I'm the worst Leo on the planet because I do not need to be out front. This is what happens.
Yes,
I'm a backwards Leo.
It's true. It's true. She said that if I gave her credit and tried to pull her up on stage, that she would never talk to me again.
Wow. All for that 3-letter code.
But you never know.
I know.
April does seem like the type who would be involved with her own internet television channel.
I know, right?
And so does Lisa. So both of they.
April is a pole dancing teacher.
Oh, April.
Really? And she doesn't like to be
out
out in the front? I don't understand that at all.
You teach.
No, we knew about that part.
I could tell you had some dimensions.
That's one of my favorite things about her. I love it because I love all that stuff.
I knew it was deep over. So what's the promo code?
It's PAX, capital letters.
Capital P, capital A, capital X.
You're so good. I want to
Isn't that nice?
That's it? Oh,
that's it. If
okay.
you type that code in on the Eventbrite link for purchasing tickets.
Okay.
They will be entered into a special drawing, which we will have the day of the event. We'll have some little gifties.
Everyone likes free stuff.
Yeah.
Let's all be honest.
Can't go wrong with free.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'll
how
be
we
honest.
started
That's true.
volunteering, Mario, is because we could drink
very
free
true.
at the event.
Okay.
Wow.
It's true.
Okay.
I'm
That's
here.
the only if you volunteer.
I'm hearing something about that you guys got some swagger in your gift bag.
Oh, yeah. We have some really strong partners, which is kind of awesome. So, with your ticket price, which we haven't raised the prices of our tickets, I think, in like 4 years now, because as soon as the economy went, I was like, you know what? I still want it to be a community event. I don't want it to be one of those fancy schmancy, like only people who pay, exorbitant amounts can come to. I wanted it to be a community event. And so we said, okay, well, the lowest ticket price I could find for a wine tasting, for any sort of tasting, was $40. So we put it there.
That's very reasonable.
I know. And if you come as a couple, you each get $5 off.
Oh, that's extremely reasonable.
That's great.
And you get a gift bag included.
Man.
Okay.
So you walk home with something, and you get to try all the different tastings. You get to try all of them.
And you can do some early Christmas shopping.
That's very true.
In raffles and silent auctions.
Yeah, so you can get stuff really
goods.
cheap, which is nice.
Wow. Okay, you know what, Mario? I think this is the kind of event you may want to bring your future girlfriend to.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Just starting stuff,
Are we
huh?
taking? Is this like a competition that people are going to send
single.
stuff
Wait,
into
let me just tell him because
I'm single. I'm like Lisa.
Wait, no. See,
Yeah, I'm like Lisa. I'm like the Peacock.
No, wait a minute.
See?
I don't want him to destroy it. We're on a campaign because
I'm single. I'm saving.
Mario needs to feel the greater life of the Peacock.
They want me to be
side.
unhappy.
And we want to see him celebrate.
Keep me down.
And we need to have what we call this energy at Pack Stereo that flourishes with women and their type of programs.
Are you trying to say
It's
Mario
true.
needs a glow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm embracing my single life now.
How much Lifetime do you watch, Mario? Because you should really.
I gave up. I gave up on life. Because I always was
Say
the
yes
same.
to the dress.
He was, he was an asshole. Get over him and go with the new guy.
Hallmark's good.
Yeah.
Hallmark's good. Watching that Danielle Steele.
See,
Bring it
I told
home.
you.
I was watching Oprah too for a while,
They're
but
bringing out a new Steel Magnolias. You
No.
should get on that.
If April didn't have her Lifetime movie channel, I don't know what.
Yeah, between
Oh, you
Lifetime
see?
and Mall,
Hey.
I don't know.
but now I'm doing
Seriously.
HGTV, you guys. I'm doing HG. So I'm doing the house makeover stuff.
Okay. Oh, that's good. DIY.
See? Yeah, see.
DIY.
That's why my garden. So you
I like it.
we're decorating.
I'm gonna leave him alone.
Well, I showed the sponsor
I'm gonna leave
page.
it alone.
Lisa was alluding to the sponsor page, and I wanted to show them, Vic, because the people who invest in these kinds of things, we want them to at least get a little bit of prep. So there they are. That's from the event. That's the sponsor page with pretzel crisps, one coconut water, honest tea. You got Cabot. You got gourmet blends. The police, the Oxnard PDA.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
Wow.
gave us a nice check, actually.
Wow.
I know the police gave us money.
Sponsor, yeah.
Wow, Brilliant American
Right?
Vodka, Sierra Nevada, Boutique Sake, and then they also mentioned again the 2011 partners, Patron Tequila, Picture Healing, Sierra Nevada, Cosmic Ales, Ranchita Canyon Vineyard, Kira's Kiss Desserts, Bodegas Paso Robles, Then Village Radio, Aroma Coffee and Tea Company, LocalWineEvents.com, Nothing Bunt Cakes, I like saying bunt,
Bunt.
Woodchuck Hard Cider, Boutique Sake by Smart Assists, Buari Gift Baskets,
Yep.
Pretzel Crisps again, One Coconut Water, San Vicente Cellars, Activate Drinks. Gotta
Yes.
celebrate those sponsors.
We're not done adding
Yeah.
to this list.
Oh, they not done adding.
We have quite a few that they wait.
Okay.
Kind of like Los Angeles people do about buying tickets for something.
Oh, yeah.
They
They
are.
wait until the
Yes.
last minute. They're like, wait, let me check my schedule.
Yes.
I'm going to
Yes.
tell you the day before if I can come
That's
because,
right.
you know,
She's right.
I don't want to commit. Non-committal. That's why I get no proposals.
And
Non-committal.
then they want you to treat them like a celebrity when they come up at the last minute. in the
Exactly.
hour.
What do you mean I get the table in the back? I don't understand.
Every day it's getting harder
I don't
and harder.
understand.
This is an Excel.
Logo is going up.
See, we need to have a show called The Planners.
Yes.
Because I've worked with you.
It's harder than
You
think.
guys, excuse me, you ladies, but I mean it in a very positive.
It's
you
all
guys
good.
are no joke. You're no joke. Oh no. That's ADD. That's a sleeping moment for you
Thank
guys.
you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, everybody.
But we love them. We love
Yes.
all of them,
Oh,
and we're
no.
so excited for them all to be there, and we will deal with.
Multitasking queens. They are great.
Oh, there's the Ricky dog. He's right there. That's my baby.
Lucky
But
fella.
yes, if you go online and see, he has the biggest ears on the planet.
Lucky
does.
fella.
It's more than 500
He does.
Wow.
Yeah.
He is.
Except
Beautiful
for the fact
dog.
that he's going deaf.
It's beautiful. Wow.
Such a celebration. www.peacockfoundation.org. Take a look.
Mm-hmm.
There's the logo. You can see everything that's going on. Animal assisted interventions.
Yep.
Animal assisted activities for at-risk youth. Lisa, anything else you want to tell to the audience out there?
No, I'm excited if definitely if there are organizations out there doing after school programs and stuff and they're interested in getting our services, we just started putting out, it's going to start in the spring, an 8-week program that's free. You apply to it, and if you're chosen to receive our services, then we come for 8 weeks and provide therapy for 10 kids at a time, using the animals in our program. So anybody who's interested, that's now going to be up on our website, and we look forward to reaching out and getting more done here in Los Angeles.
All right.
Sounds great.
Once again, that's
Come to
our
the
guest,
Yes.
Lisa.
That's true. That's true. April is saying if you want to come and be a part of the event, bring out your wares. We would love to have you.
Wow.
Does anyone say that anymore? Your wares?
Just you, baby. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Hey, we really like you.
I know.
And we're hoping that you like me.
I do.
You like me. And we noticed, we're suddenly so bright and breezy because of all the wonderful and new things we've learned about you here today. Lisa, Peacock, everybody. Peacock Foundation.
All day.
Get some. Get you some. Go get you some animal assisted therapy. You know you need it. Help me get over it. I'm
It's
telling you
true.
that.